This is not your basic how to lose weight video. I'm going to be dropping some gems straight into your cerebrum today, and you are going to love it. But first, let's get on the same page. Have you ever tried to lose weight but the fat just wouldn't budge? Have you tried to lose weight many times and quit because you got bored, lost interest, got busy, or you just couldn't stick with it? If that's you, I want you to know that weight loss can be quite frustrating. But you already knew that. But I promise you there is hope if you are willing to do the work. And if you watch this video, you will get some golden keys and nuggets that you need to finally lose that weight once and for all. Are you ready for it? Keep an open mind. Let's dive in. Number 1, learn all the different names for sugar. If you're trying to lose weight and you insist on eating sugar, it will sabotage your weight loss. You already know that. Well, what a lot of people don't know is that even when they're being good, there are so many foods that appear to be good and we think are good, but are actually terrible. And some of them are actually health foods. Let me give you an example. Here's a breakfast bar from a brand that is considered to be a healthy brand, but when you look at the ingredients, the very first item is organic brown rice syrup. My friends, this is just a fancy bougie way of saying sugar. By the way, I actually love this brand, so I'm not picking on them. This is just an example to illustrate my point. We have to be so smart and so educated when we're eating brown sugar, fruit juice, malt syrup, organic cane juice, sucrose, fructose, maltose, dextrose, glucose, galactose, cane juice crystals, corn sweetener, evaporated cane juice, agave nectar, honey, maple syrup, coconut sugar. It's all sugar. Even though some of these sources of sugar are technically healthier than white sugar, it's still sugar. Sugar is the enemy. You know what's really wild though? This issue of hidden sugar is really common in foods that claim to be low fat. Because the truth is, fat is delicious. So when companies take fat out of food, they have to find something else to put in it. And that something is usually sugar. So bottom line, if you're trying to lose weight faster, if you're trying to speed up your weight loss, obviously you have to be conscious of what you're personally contributing to the problem, but also be on your guard, be an educated consumer, read your labels, and be aware of when companies are hiding sugar in foods, because you could be over here thinking, I'm just gonna have this one cupcake, and then thinking, oh, I'm gonna be good the rest of the week and eat healthy foods, not knowing that some of these healthy foods actually have hidden sugar in them, and that is not your fault. Hold on to your wigs, ladies, because number 2 is not for the faint of heart, but you're trying to speed up your weight loss, right? And I'm trying to help you. Let's talk about it. Number 2 is adding reprogramming foods into your diet. I know you're wondering what a reprogramming food is, so I will explain. Do you remember this map of the human tongue? In the back, you have the bitter taste receptors, you have sweet and salty, and on the sides, you have sour. Apparently, scientists have now discovered that this whole map is a bunch of trash. Apparently, we can taste everything on all parts of the tongue, not just in these particular regions. That being said, even though the regions are not technically correct, the overall idea that there are multiple different types of tastes is obviously still true. We know this from day-to-day experience. The tongue of almost every human being has the ability to taste sweet, salty, bitter, sour, and something called umami. I will be lying if I told you I know a lot about umami, so I'm not going to talk about that in this video, but I will talk about the others. Now here's the problem that we typically run into. We become so used to eating just sweet and salty that we miss out on the other 2. This is really sad because bitter foods are actually known to trigger the bitter taste receptors, not just in the mouth, but also in the digestive tract. And those bitter taste receptors are what trigger the body to release hormones that encourage us to feel full and eat less. And it makes sense because if you're eating something bitter, do you really want to eat a lot of it? I know at this point some people are like, okay, it's not that serious. I would rather eat my delicious food and just be fat and happy. And girl, I feel you. I kind of feel the same way too. But just in case the spirit ever moves you, I'm just gonna let you know that reprogramming foods are great. Bitter and sour foods are great. These foods remind the tongue of the 2 neglected categories of bitter and sour. Some good ones to try eating are grapefruit without putting any sugar or honey on top. Don't do those recipes on Pinterest where they put lots of honey and sugar in it and bake it. Don't do that. The baking destroys the vitamin C. The honey defeats the whole purpose of eating the grapefruit to trigger those bitter and sour taste receptors in the body. Eat spinach, eat broccoli. These vegetables tend to have a bitter taste to them. And this is the whole point of eating a reprogramming food, to get the body back into the natural state of being able to detect these tastes and trigger the hormones that will help you speed up your weight loss. Eat 100% cocoa powder. And that one's pretty easy, right? Because it's kind of like chocolate, but not really. It's not sweet, but it feels good to consume because it triggers the right hormones in your body. It helps reduce stress. It triggers relaxation. It's just a great thing to consume. If you're a coffee drinker, take your coffee black. I'm not a coffee drinker, but coffee is something that is heavily researched and it does not taste sweet when you drink it black. In addition to triggering satiety hormones, these foods also train your brain to stop relying so much on sweet, sugary foods. The key, though, with reprogramming foods is to let them be bitter and let them be sour without caving into the temptation to make them taste good. I know this is sacrilege. I should not be saying this. In our modern society, we have come to believe that every single thing we put in our mouths must taste amazing. And if it doesn't taste amazing, what is the point of eating it? I'll tell you, the point of eating it is to keep the body in balance. Of course, you don't have to do this 100% of the time. It's a gradual thing that you can use to challenge yourself and try something new. You don't have to do this, and I don't want you to get the impression that I'm saying that you have to eat bitter foods and your food has to taste bad, otherwise you cannot lose weight. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying that balance is key. It can't be all sweet and salty all the time. Sometimes bitter, sometimes sour. These are all valid tastes as well. The next thing you can do is to be consistent with your workout routine. Listen, if you're trying to lose weight quickly, you're just trying to drop that fat. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. If that's what you're trying to do, it can be so tempting to just diet and not exercise. It sounds like a good idea in the moment, but it's a bad idea. If you try to lose weight without exercise, your body will work against you. It will lower your metabolism. It will alter your hormones. It will hang on to fat for dear life. I know in the moment it's difficult to get those workouts in, but in the long term, if you want to keep that weight off and if you want to lose that weight faster, exercising is important. You don't have to go hard every single workout. Sometimes go hard, sometimes do a 5-minute workout. Sometimes don't work out at all. That's just real life. The better way to go, instead of just trying to stop exercising entirely, is to do simple things like taking a walk. Do 5 or 10-minute workout routines. These 5 to 10-minute workouts I post, they are super easy to find. If you are a premium member on my website, just hit the filter. It will show you all my 5-minute workouts. Pick the ones you like, favorite your favorites, and just be consistent. If you're not yet a premium member on my site, you definitely should be. What is the secret? How do you maintain a consistent workout routine? You've tried several times before. You start off strong and then stuff happens and it just goes right back to zero. The secret is not sexy, but I'll tell you. You have to schedule your workouts into your calendar like any other appointment, because that is what it is. An appointment with your booty and your abs and your belly fat and your soul. It's good to tell yourself that you will work out 2 days a week. It's even better to tell yourself, I will work out 2 days a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And what is even better than that is to schedule it into your calendar so that you know, I am going to work out 2 days a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. just before dinner. See how specific that was? I told you, it's not sexy, but it works. The first few times you do this, you will get to the appointment time, you will not be in the mood, and you will just remove the appointment because you're the boss of you. You're going to move that, you're going to delete it, you're going to ignore it, you're going to snooze it. No worries. The only reason I know this is because I have done exactly the same thing. I still do exactly the same thing. After some time, you're just gonna get tired of yourself and actually start doing the workouts you scheduled. You will start to maybe even look forward to it because you know that once you do the workout, it's done. You can just check it off, feel good, and you don't have to do it again. Till the next appointment, at least. If you want to speed up your weight loss, you cannot just diet alone. You have to exercise as well. If you diet without exercising, you may get some short-term results, but if you want to keep those results, you will still have to exercise in the end. And if you want to lose the weight faster, it is smart to exercise so your body is your ally and not your enemy in the process. You feel me? This one is going to be a shocker, but it's actually probably my favorite thing to talk about in this whole entire video because it is simple, anyone can do it, and it is effective. And that is to clean your fridge. If you don't have time to clean your fridge, hire somebody to clean your fridge. Even though this is something that feels difficult to do, it typically doesn't take more than 30 minutes. But hey, if you got hire somebody to clean your fridge money, then go ahead and hire somebody to clean your fridge. The fridge is interesting because we have a tendency to go there often when we're bored, when we're tired, when we're stressed. And it's also interesting because we have a tendency to hold on to things that we no longer eat, things that have gone bad, that we should probably throw away, things that are bad for us. If you are trying to lose weight fast or you're trying to speed up your weight loss, you have to have control over your environment. Once you have cleaned your fridge, put all your healthy food front and center. Put your Greek yogurt where you can see it. Put your broccoli, your spinach, your veggies, your red peppers, your bell peppers. Put them front and center. So when you open that fridge because you are bored, you're tired, you're not in the mood, you just feel like going there, the first thing you see is the good stuff. Listen, you may not always reach for them. You and I know that sometimes you're still gonna reach your hand to the back of the fridge to get the cupcakes, to get the cookie, because I do the same thing. We know that that's gonna happen. Life is hard. Cupcakes make everything better. But every time you reach to the back of the fridge to get the cupcake or the pie, you realize that you are making a choice. The idea here is to make it easy on yourself to make a good choice. You're gonna feel good every time you open that fridge, you see an apple, and you take the apple and snack on that instead of something else. Even if you end up letting all the vegetables go bad, hey, at least you tried. And at least you had a clean fridge for a hot minute. That in itself is worth doing this for. Drink 20 ounces of fresh water every morning after brushing your teeth. Stop it. Stop thinking it cannot be done. I literally do this every single day. I just decided one day I will start drinking 20 ounces of water first thing in the morning every day after brushing my teeth. It can be done. I am proof. If you can eat a full meal in one go, like I can, then you can definitely fit 20 ounces of water in your belly in one go. It's really a mental thing, which is great because weight loss itself is a mental thing. If you can overcome your mental barrier that makes you think you can't drink 20 ounces of water in one go, you can definitely overcome any other mental struggles you may be experiencing that are stopping you from losing weight or accelerating your weight loss so you can lose weight faster. I personally don't put any lemon, ginger, anything in my water in the morning because I honestly, between you and I don't want to taste that water. I just want to get it down. Most people should be drinking around 64 ounces per day anyway. So if you get into the habit of drinking 20 ounces of water first thing in the morning every day, you will have consumed more than 30% of your day's requirement of water before 12 p.m. That's amazing. How many of your friends can say they could do that? Water helps you feel full so you eat less at breakfast. And the thing is, people think they are hungry when really they are just thirsty. And by the time you start feeling those emotions, it's very difficult to sit there and say, okay, this feeling I'm feeling, is it thirst or is it hunger? Just avoid the whole situation altogether. Proactively drink the water and you won't even have that problem in the first place. Drinking water is so powerful because studies have even shown that an increase in water intake leads to weight loss. And this is a clear, reliable, and consistent result. If you have a bottle of water nearby and you're not drinking it right now, what are you doing? Drink water. Take a sip. That sounded more like noodles than water. I was trying to do a water sound effect. This one is going to be more of a validation for you because I feel like if you're trying to lose weight fast or you're trying to speed up your weight loss, this is probably something you're already doing or have already tried. And my point here is try intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting can actually be an awesome way to kickstart your weight loss. I said kickstart because I've noticed that for a lot of people, myself included, fasting every single day for the rest of your life may not be the most practical choice. But if you're just getting started or you're trying to drop that fat super duper fast, intermittent fasting is usually a safe and effective way to do that. Of course, if you're thinking about this, talk to your doctor. If you're pregnant, don't try this. If you're not sure what intermittent fasting is, it is basically scheduling times of the day when you're going to eat and times of the day when you are not going to eat. For example, you may choose to eat between 12 p.m. and 8 p.m. and the rest of the time you are not allowed to eat any food whatsoever, but you can drink water, you can drink black coffee, unsweetened tea, lemon water, things like that. Intermittent fasting is not a diet in the sense that it doesn't place restrictions on what you can and cannot eat. If you ask me, I would tell you that one of the main benefits of intermittent fasting for losing weight fast is that it can help you get control around your calorie intake daily. And this is really true for people that struggle with snacking. If you work from home, if you're a stay-at-home mom, if you work a desk job, it is so easy to just snack and graze all day and you won't even realize it. The worst is office work, where people bring things over from over the weekend and they put everything in the break room and it's like 2 p.m. You want to go home, you cannot because your boss is not nice. So you go to the break room and voila, Becky from accounting brought some cupcakes and donuts. Intermittent fasting can help to fix that. The other thing is experiment with your own lifestyle and see the fasting window that works for you. Maybe when you're starting off, you can just copy someone and then adjust from there. As with anything regarding fitness, there is no one size fits all. The other thing intermittent fasting can do is it can really help with making it easier for your body to burn stored fat while preserving muscle. If you're constantly eating throughout the day, it is so much more difficult for your body to access your fat stores. Intermittent fasting is great because it gives your body an extended period where you are not eating. So your body is forced to access more of those pockets of fat we are trying to rip right off, which is awesome. These tips will really change the game for you if you apply them. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you in my next video.